Dear MAGA, you are traitors to our country, and your golden god is a treasonous pig.
These liberals will make you want to scream, please make mental asylums real again. We have a woman who is threatening ICE agents, another who is threatening our military, and a really insane insult to members of our military, a woman who is fundraising for Antifa, and people who went so far into freedom of expression that they look exactly the same. Please make sure that you are subscribed. Let's begin.
There's one thing about me as a server. If you come into my job with a fucking MAGA hat on, you can leave. Get out. We don't serve your kind here. Y'all want to be racist so bad? Okay, let me discriminate against you. And if somebody else gets to them before I do, oh, best believe I'm spilling your drinks, your food, your hot-ass ramen all over you. You're gonna leave here with third-degree burns, bitch. Get the fuck out of my restaurant.
I wonder what exactly would be this airhead's plan of action if the customer in a MAGA hat was Black or Latino. Would she still proceed to give them third-degree burns while claiming that they are racist? MAGA doesn't discriminate, and Americans are fed up with feeling needed to be put in these little identity boxes. In fact, MAGA is so diverse that throughout the entire world, different countries are praying to have a hero, somebody to put their countries first, the same way that Donald Trump has done for America. And also, why is she claiming that her job is hers, that it's her restaurant, and that she gets to dictate what is company's policy? A Kamala-inspired laugh.
Run, 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 and run like Forrest Gump, because you are never, ever, ever going to live one more day of both of your pathetic fucking lives without feeling the wrath of all of us. That's right, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, you all have an ass.
All I'm saying is that imagine you're in gym class and they are choosing the teams for a sport. And then at the end of the selection, you look around and you see that your entire group looks like this. I would be concerned. The game is over. You have already lost. Let's find out if nose ring theory remains true in this next video.
You can just agents, you know that? You can just kill them.
No.
You don't have to hold your phone in their face and ask people when their birthday is and ask people what their name is and then try to find wherever they end up in Los Angeles. You can kill them. This isn't about social media clout anymore. This isn't about video. This isn't about the phone. This is about start ICE agents.
The level of entitlement is so crazy to me that these liberals think that they can post these threatening videos and that nothing is going to happen to them, that they can still go out and get a job or still be trusted as teachers, doctors, pediatricians. Are there too many of these videos to put them all in jail?
It's fine. Declare war on your own citizens. That's fine. We've never lost. The American people have never lost a war on their own soil. Like, you think you're the exception? You think you're gonna beat us?
It's really hilarious that she thinks that liberals are the American people, and they continuously say that the right stays in an echo chamber, but that is what liberals do in cities, whereas the right actively seeks out people who disagree with them.
You know why good old Pete only wants Caucasian men in the military? They're the easiest to manipulate. Don't want to be training up those who have had to overcome adversity. Absolutely not. But white men, they've never had to deal with it. They don't even know that they're being oppressed. So they'll just blindly follow.
Isn't it hilarious how liberals assume that the rest of America also has their victim mentality? Come on, not when it comes to our military, which, by the way, is 5% foreign born. And I'm sure that Pete Hegseth would welcome people who become citizens or become naturalized to join the military, because that would show that they are patriotic and that they truly love this country. But the fact that so so many people who immigrate here don't join the military actually probably makes Pete Hegseth pretty upset. If you are somebody who served in the military, thank you so much for your service. I hope you will get a lot of love in the comments.
So Donald Trump is now ordering ICE and our military to go full force on the 24-hour music festival in Portland. They've been going for, I think it's day 115 today. And I'm worried about those folks. So here's some things that are good to drop off. Helmets. I found these at Goodwill. Gas masks. I'll link this one below. This is a really good one.
Breaking news. All of Antifa leaves Portland with lice.
And that I found, it comes with a lot of filters. It's got mesh on the back, so it evenly distributes around the face, has a really good seal, which for the long-term wear, that seal is really fucking important. P100 refills for masks. These are the fine particle filters. These are the really important ones to save people's lungs. Pre-packaged first aid kits. Body armor. Because apparently we gotta prepare for that shit. Backpacks are really needed. Also construction cones to put over the canisters. And like any camping supplies you have on hand. I'm gonna put the address that you guys can drop this shit off at, and also the P.O. box if you want.
Here's an idea. Maybe you wouldn't need military equipment if they were not trying to wage war against ICE and our military. What do you guys think about people like this who donate or try to help Antifa basically get away with punching and beating up conservatives in the streets with flagpoles? These people help them do it. And so it's like, yes, the people who are committing those crimes, they should be punished, which, by the way, they're not, because they get away, because they're covered, their identities are covered, and then they made a no-go zone, so no police are going to help people in those areas. But what about people like this, who will flat out say that they are providing resources to these groups? Should there also, I mean, why are we living in a lawless country?
People try to misgender me, but they don't know what my gender is, so they don't know how to properly misgender me. So I get a mix of people calling me sir or ma'am or whatever the fuck. And like, you're all just affirming my gender. Thank you so much.
One of my favorite quotes from a book that has helped me tremendously in life is that people are really not thinking about you. They are thinking about themselves, or if they are thinking about you, it's only in relation to themselves. And so while this person's out there like, oh, these people are trying so hard to guess my gender and know what my identity is, honestly, nobody cares. So ironic that the real issue here is that this person continuously misgenders themselves and doesn't know their own gender, so they think it's really funny when other people also don't. It's like they're trying to figure it out as well.
Some of y'all are mad about my birthday video, which all I said is that I'm old, which is not a lie. I'm in a wheelchair. Like, bro, whatever. Somebody said they fucked a parrot, and that's how I happened. And first off, you're not my mom, so that's not how that happened. And also, too, if my mom did fuck a parrot, I feel like she didn't have to do all that. I'm just like this because I'm like this.
Wow, this is basically how Kamala Harris talks. It's just word salad, and it never has a message. It never has a point. Nothing ever gets through to the other person. It is just a bunch of nonsense.
Dear MAGA, you are traitors to our country, and your golden god is a treasonous pig, and you will pay for the crimes you have committed against our country. I can reassure you of that. Now, I'm not going to be the one that's doing this. The courts, the world are going to hold you accountable, because you see, you are terrorists. And what you have done here by supporting this man and this illegal act of war in Iran, it's going to have massive consequences. But I know that I'm on the right side of history, and I know that there are millions more of us that are on the right side of history.
This video is actually a little bit hilarious, and it's crazy that he doesn't specify what crimes against humanity he is talking about specifically. Is it tariffs that Trump put on countries that have been walking all over us for years and we didn't even know about it? Was it the border? Or is he just referring to Donald Trump bombing bombing Iran's nuclear facilities, which why would anybody be against that? And why would anybody be against Donald Trump standing up to China when they have the fastest growing military and some of the best technologies that they continuously steal from us? I'm just not really having I'm having a really difficult time understanding what exactly it is that America did so wrong in voting for Donald Trump. In fact, nobody ever comes out and says, "Oh, I regret voting for Donald Trump," but they do come out and say that they regret voting for Kamala Harris, even though she lost.
Seeing the behavior of Kamala Harris and her recent book that's come out, I regret ever voting for her. I regret voting for her. I should have voted for Trump. I wanted Nikki Haley. I was in the Haley bag, but I revote. I regret. I regret voting for her, and I will never vote for a Democrat president again. Does this mean I would vote for J.D. Vance? You damn right I will. See, I'm voting for the long run. The left wants to destroy America. I can take some bumps and bruises along the way voting right, but the left wants to destroy America. Our way of life, Christianity, the nuclear family, they attack stay-at-home moms. I have watched some of my mutuals claim that Charlie Kirk's wife had him assassinated. You are disgusting. I regret ever being your friend.
This guy right here wins the internet. By the way, I heard that Kamala Harris released her book. She went on this really lame tour that nobody showed up for. She looked drunk in all of the videos. And is it true that she actually released an Audible with her book? I agree so much when people say that that would be the best torture device. Double, triple, quadruple check that you are subscribed. I'll see you next time. Bye.